YouTube appears to be working. Doop, 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 doop. I'm live again. Yay. I'm happy about that. It is nice to be back at home and to have access to a computer once again. Okay, I got this. I'm opening Spotify on my computer, and I'm going to look for some nice little background. Okay. Streaming music, chill live stream music. Okay, should we go for chill hop or I'm gonna do streaming music, gaming stream beats. Yeah, sure. Okay, and y'all can hear that? Okay, almost. Okay, alright. Okay. Yeah, y'all can hear that. Y'all can hear me, and I think it's good. If you are in chat, if you are watching, first of all, thank you. Second of all, I will adjust audio as y'all see fit. So, we're gonna play some Minecraft. It's still on starting soon because I don't want to accidentally dox myself. But, like, oh, okay, well, my phone just got the notification that I'm live. So, some of y'all might be watching. That's very fun. So, I'm loading into Minecraft. I'm very jazzed. I have been gone for a long, long time, but I am back, and I will be streaming a bit more regularly for things I'm going to talk about in a moment. My cat has decided to join me. Her name is Miranda, so if you hear anything like brushing against the microphone, that is her. She turns 14 in 4 days, and it's emotional. Like, I've had her since I was 6 years old. So she's going to turn 14 in 4 days, and I'm going to turn 20 in like 3 months. So she's been here since I was a little kid. It's great. I love Miranda so much. Yeah, she's like the best. She's also very small, like the length of my forearm, and currently like on a nest of laundry I need to put away. But now I don't want to put it away because I would be disturbing my cat, and this is a situation that happens quite often. So, okay, Minecraft is loading, which means I will take you out of limbo. And that's okay. I'm putting you back into limbo. What? Okay. Add. Display capture. Display this one. Okay, you're not in limbo. You were for a few minutes, but you are valid, and that's what matters. Alright, we're going to multiplayer. We'll be on this server in a little bit because it is vibing time, but I do need to, like, do some stuff. So, but we're playing hypixel because I love hypixel. Now, hypixel recently released, like, hypixel wrapped, and it showed you just, like, how long you were like, playing certain games. And, I spent a week playing Hypixel Skyblock last year, and that's not like an exaggeration. Alright, so Lava Springs, Haida, and Rollmon's Mithril, but I can do... Okay. So, I'm just gonna talk, and then when I've run out of things to talk about, I will go to Skywars and we can react. But, okay. I am, as you can probably, like, tell from what I sound like, I'm from the South. I'm pretty Southern. It's painful to talk more about that because I just turned into like a walking stereotype. But like point is I've never really like experienced winter, and then my parents moved up north, and I was like, oh my god, because that's just a whole new level of cold that I had never like really experienced. So I spent a month up there, and I've seen snow before. Like it's snowed where I am at before, but it's never like stayed cold for that long. It's always been like, okay. It's all like if it snowed, it'd be gone in 3 hours. But up north, it's like doesn't leave. And I suppose, okay, let me make this full screen so it looks better for y'all. Video settings should be here somewhere. Okay, you have me again. Yeah, but it just stays cold up there, and it stays, like, icy. And I was not prepared for that at all. So, it's me, who has never, like, ever had to wear long sleeves before, suddenly freezing, just all the time. It was so weird, y'all. I also have, currently, bright blue hair. Well, it's azure, like, it's sky. Yeah, I dyed my hair blue, and so blue hair, where I live in a college town, is like kind of normal down here, but up where my parents are, it's not a college town, it's a small town with 2,000 people, and so it was just like they had never seen colored hair before, and for a few of them, I guess they had never seen it before, like actually, like not as a punchline, like they had just never actually seen blue hair before, and that was a trip, because I'm used to like people skating over my appearance usually. Like, I look okay. I dress like a 13-year-old boy, which I realized yesterday when I looked in the mirror and realized that I dress exactly like people I used to be like. But it's pretty typical. But so like I'm used to people just being like, okay, that's a person, and then just like going on with their day. I've never had people stare at me before unless there was like something wrong. And to realize people were staring at me because my hair was blue was very strange. So that was, like, overall, like, the people were weird, but I think it's because I'm not used to, like, northern social customs or whatever. So, like, that's fine. Like, I'm okay with that. But because of that, I spent a lot of time just in my parents' house, which is fine. I love my parents dearly. But my parents are strange people. And I'm trying to think of an anecdote I can tell y'all about that would illustrate that. Okay. So, up north we have 3 animals. We have my dog Peppa, my cat Con, and my cat Edwin. So Edwin is Miranda's brother, he's 14. Con is a little bastard, he's very smart. He might not. He's very smart, and Peppa. Peppa is, well, my neighbors call him a menace, because at some point, okay. At some point, Peppa got loose. Again, I'm sorry for weird silences. I'm trying to help this dude out in the chat. Who doesn't know where lava springs are, apparently. Oh god. Yeah, so Peppa got out one day, and it's not like he got out of the yard, no. Because the house up north, they don't have a yard, you just take Peppa for walks a lot. So Peppa was like an inside dog, but he just like got out of the house, like he opened the door and just went on his merry way. And his merry way means terrorizing everyone he can possibly see. Now, oh, that dude just died. And like that's usually like controllable because usually we're walking him and can like make him stop and like pull him away and like cross the street or whatever, but because it was just him by himself, he was being an absolute menace. And they called my mom at work because she works in town and my stepdad works out of town. So they called my mom at work and they're like, hey, can you come control your dog? And that, as far as I know, is my mom's and like my parents' only interaction with their neighbors because they're not very social people. And the fact that my mother just leaves it at that is hilarious. Just, yeah. Dude, why are you following? Trade. We can't follow. Okay. I can't wait. I mean, this probably won't happen, but sometimes people are just like, why would you take that deal? It's such a bad deal. I know. But it was clogging up my inventory, and I'm not gonna use that. And it's just nice to be nice sometimes, you know. Anyway, so I just cannot. My mom was just like left it at that and has not done any interactions with her neighbors since, really. And like it's what she wants to do, so I'm not gonna judge her for it. But like the thought of anything bad happening that is kind of my fault, and then just like fixing it and not doing anything afterwards baffles me. So yeah, I'm baffled by my parents, and Peppa is still as much of a mess, because like I found all of this out, like I haven't seen my parents in over a year, so like I found this out and I was like, how did you let this happen? And I only asked because this one dude saw me walking Peppa, and then he just crossed the street, and I'm like, hey yo, what the, because, okay, I would have cursed if I realized I would be on YouTube, and I was just so confused, cause like, what? And no, my mom told me that story, and she's like, yeah, Peppa has a bit of a reputation. How does my dog have a reputation? Like, it's ridiculous. It baffles me. It baffles me. It baffles me. Yeah, so yeah, I found out my dog had a reputation, and apparently he has a nemesis, like one dog he hates more than everyone else. And previously, like, okay, I knew Peppa was mean. I knew he was, like, a bad dog, because, like, he hates pregnant women. And I know I can't leave it at, I'm gonna leave it at that. Yeah, Peppa hates pregnant women and bicycles. I didn't know he was smart enough to hate one dog in particular, so that's just surprising. And I didn't know about his, like, neighborhood jaunt, so that was just very weird. That was just, Peppa has lived a very strange life, and I think it might be because I named him after Peppa Pig. Like, I think I might have been the cause of that by naming him after Peppa Pig, and I am truly sorry, but he did kind of deserve it. Right now, I'm just putting on my mithril. God, I sound like a caricature. I'm putting all my mithril together and enchanting it because my mining sack is full. I don't know if you can upgrade these anymore, but yeah, usually I just zone out and I mine mithril until my mining sack gets full, and then I do it some more, and then when I'm tired I log out. Like, this is totally how I spent 6 days and 10 hours playing Hypixel Skyblock, but like, who hasn't, you know? Another thing up north, I know I talked about before, but it's so weird. It's so weird. They don't season things like people down here do. And I don't mean that as an insult. Like, I understand the, like, that, like, spices as a thing, like, people in, like, New England didn't use to, like, spite the British, and that kind of, like, and then it became so expensive so that they stopped buying spices because they were broke. And then the only people who started using spices when they could afford it again were generally African Americans. Like, I know, like, I've read about that. Like, I understand that, and I know what caused it, I know why, but it doesn't change the fact that these people put Ritz crackers on fish and call it seasoning. And it's a different world up there. Like, and it's like a valid way of life. I'm not gonna, like, hold a gun to someone's head and say, hey, start using Tony Sacheries or the dog, like, I'm not gonna do that. But it's still strange to adjust to, because I, like, literally begged my friends to teach me how to season things so I wouldn't be, like, the white person who doesn't season their food. And I've, like, started to build up my tolerance for and I've started to build up my tolerance for spice, just so, again, I'm not that person. Okay, what can I do with all this? What do I do with all this enchanted mithril? Because it's kind of a lot. Okay, and I just need 4 more Tida and Reminder and a mithril powder event. Okay. So yeah, that's just weird to adjust to. But now I'm back down south for a little bit because I am moving. It's weird, and I don't know if I like it, but, like, you know, it feels like it's a good decision, and I generally, when I go with my gut, I make good decisions, which is also why I dropped out of college. Just gonna slip that one in there. Yeah, so I know it's the right decision for me, but dude, there's so much you have to do when you're moving. Like, I'm gonna get rid of most of what I own, like, just because I don't care enough about most of this to put it in a moving van, and I think that's what matters. Like, I'm like a magpie. I like shiny objects, but I don't care enough about them, so I'm gonna donate them or give them to friends because I care about my friends a lot, and I want them. Yeah, whatever. So like, I don't know. It's just weird to move and then like evaluate everything you've ever done in your life, because this is like where I grew up. Like, moving out of here is gonna be absolutely wild. So yeah, that's another thing I am working on / dealing with. And yeah, you know, that's like a general life update. I'm been up north. I think it's weird, but I like it, and I will be moving there. Commission complete. But I also want to stream more because it was weird. Not like I keep using the word weird. I don't know any other synonyms, and it would be pretentious if I used them, even if I knew them, because I can't be like, oh, it. I don't know any synonyms, so I can't act like pretentious and whatever the fuck. But like, there's not a better word to describe it because it's a weird feeling. It's to be confronted with all you have ever done, and then decide to change it. Like, it's a lot. So that's it. Oh, streaming. Yeah, I like streaming. Like, I know that I am talking to no one right now, which is, like, fine. Like, I know that no one's listening. I know that statistically no one's ever going to listen. But, like, I like doing this. This is fun. I get to talk about myself and my hobbies, which I don't let myself do around my friends. It's great. Like, streaming, it's wonderful. I really enjoy doing it, and I want to prioritize it more because it makes me happier, you know? Like, that's my, like, I wrote New Year's resolutions and all that, and, like, I wrote a list of smaller goals, and not like one giant one, because it's easier to break things down. Like, whenever you break something down, it becomes, like, 89% easier to do it. Because I can't, if I write down lose weight, that is a million different things with the same end goal. But if I write down the million different things, then it becomes easier, because I know everything I have to do. So, like, I like breaking things down to understand what I have to do more. So I wrote 16 New Year's resolutions, and like, some of them go towards streaming, some of them go towards my physical health, some of them go towards me actually learning to bake, which I have wanted to do since I was 15 years old and saw the Great British Bake Off for the first time and thought that was the best thing to ever exist. So I'm working on a lot of stuff this year, and I want to stream more, I want to stream for longer, I want to put more effort into my streams. Like, I have a lot of plans, man. So it's gonna be a very busy year. I am so excited for it. And yeah, y'all will be along for the ride. Even though no one is watching, maybe someday someone will. And it's okay if no one does, because the internet lasts for a lot longer than anyone really expects. So maybe you're listening to this old live stream from 2023, and it's like currently like 2050 or whatever the hell, and you find comfort in that. That's cool, man. Like, I hope the future's alright. I don't want to put any predictions because Apollo curses people with the art of prophecy by throwing a volleyball straight at their head. But yeah, I hope wherever you are, whoever you are, if you're listening, I hope you're happy. And if you're not, I hope that this helps you, you know? Like, that's the goal. I really just talk and, interesting. I wonder if I would let myself let go of all those, like, social rules I have put upon myself if I would be happier and more talkative and whatnot. Because right now I'm just that like quiet girl at the corner of the bar, just like there. Like I wonder if I'd be happier without what I have done to myself, but I've already done it, so now I need to work on that. Also, I played Mario Party for the first time the other night. I was hanging out with my friends, and like it was nice. I baked for them, and they said that my stuff was good, so that's good. So we played Mario Party, and I had never played it before, and I think I got a pity win. And I'm not saying from my friends. I'm saying from the game itself, because Nintendo does this thing in like I know it doesn't in Mario Kart, but the further behind you are, the better power ups you get. And like I suck at Mario Kart. I didn't used to, but it's been years since I played. So like I was used to getting like pity power ups from Mario Kart, but I won in Mario Party. Like I lost every single minigame. Every single one. There is not a single minigame which I excelled at or won at. I didn't really get power ups, but like I won Mario Party, and I was flabbergasted. Like I didn't. It's a fun game. It is. Like I like rolling dice and seeing what happens. I want to play D&D, but the only person I know who's a dungeon master is currently like 14 hours away. So like that's a no-go. Rolling dice. So I just listen to a lot of like I've been listening to a lot of Brennan Lee Mulligan campaigns. He's a genius. And also right now, I don't know. Okay, so Wizards of the Coast just tried to like make Wizards of the Coast, I don't fully understand it myself. They own D&D, and so they're trying to make you have to pay them. No, they're trying to make it so they can make money off of people's like personal ideas and content if they use the game. Currently, there are a lot of D&D podcasts, and so they're saying, well, if you make money from using D&D in your podcast, then you should get a share of that. But that's kind of a flawed premise because they're using D&D as like a system. They could use Pathfinder and still get the same result, essentially. So they're trying to like profit off of people's personal ideas because these campaigns aren't like taken from the handbook. They're like people's personal ideas and intellectual property. So like it's kind of dumb and overtly capitalistic. But like that's what's currently going on. So like I don't want to like search for D&D things because that would be like kind of playing into their hand, you know. And if you don't, and if it is 2057, that might be a research project. I don't know. I hope one day I'm a source in a paper because I think that would bring me joy. Maybe one day I'll be like a mathematician or a historian or whatever. I think that'd be cool. So right now we're trying to turn into calm, and then I think we'll go to Royal Mines. Again, I'm trying so hard not to be Southern. Well, not like to not sound Southern because I know that that the accent is a bit all-encompassing. And my mom asked if I was well, she made a reference I don't understand. To be completely honest, I think it was from Gone with the Wind. But like, yeah, but so, and she also called me a hick, so, you know. I understand that the Southern accent isn't always understandable, and I want people to be able to understand what I say. Okay, this right here is my favorite mining spot in the Royal. I'm going to have a stroke. In the Royal Mines. I just like this is a nice chill spot. Sometimes the star sentries spawn over here, which is very annoying, but it's like I can deal with that because it's just so easy to stand here and just make the same motions over and over again. It's like calming in a way, you know? Oh god, one time I had been doing it for like a few days straight. I would just log in and I would mine for hours, right? Because it's like stress relief and it's a way to like process feelings and emotions or whatever, and just be quiet, do something. It's like knitting, but like not at all like knitting. It's a mindless task. And apparently, I've been in the same lobby as some other people, like multiple times, and they all know, and they notice me somehow. I don't know, but one day I just logged in. Okay, I don't like this music. I am so sorry. Limbo. Weird. Okay, music has been changed. Um, Alright, and you can see me again. Alright, cool. Still working on it. I wish I had like mods in Minecraft. I I'm gonna be on. Oh wait, no, I was telling a story. I'm so sorry. And this dude approached me and he's like, "Hey Ash, hey," and he like gets in front of me and I was like, "Hey, what's up?" And he's like, "Oh, so you're not macroing?" And I'm going to be honest. I know what macroing is because Technoblade briefly mentioned it in a video. So like I know what it is, but I don't like understand it. You know, like I know it exists and that it's banned on hypixel, but I don't know what it is. And I was like, "Hey, no, I'm not doing that. Um, why did you think I was?" And he's like, "Oh, you've been doing this same thing for the last several days." I'm like, "Dude, this is my hobby." So yeah, that's the thing that has happened to me. It's only happened once, but I think it's going to happen again. Because that's my hobby, I guess, to look like I'm macroing. It's just fun. Okay, why does this have lyrics? Man. Okay, okay. Does that help? Okay, no it doesn't. Why is it showing up my mic? What? Okay. It appears that there has been ambient noise in my microphone this entire time, so I'm gonna move it closer to me. Okay. And I'm gonna speak louder, and I'm gonna turn off the music, I guess. Weird. Okay. I don't, that's, I'm glad I noticed that. Yeah, so we're just gonna mine up a little bit more. This is gonna be a short stream. We've only been live for like half an hour, but I also have to like make dinner. So, you know. And I do need to like build up endurance because I'm not used to talking for this long. Because usually, like I said, I'm very quiet. So I need to like train myself to be able to be loud, which is interesting. But yeah, I've talked about my life, I've talked about my goals and whatnot, and a little bit about my past. You've gotten all the classic Azure anecdotes, man. Like, I'm doing well. And maybe one day soon you'll see what my hair actually looks like because it is blue. It's kind of like this shade now. Oh yes, my hair is hypixel mithril blue. Yeah, so maybe one day you'll see that. I don't know, maybe. But I have to like make dinner and like pack. Oh my god, I have to start packing all my stuff into boxes. It's weird, man. But you will be seeing more of me. I will curse your dreams and haunt your nightmares. And one day, when you think I'm finally gone, I'll be right there next to you. Yeah, thank you guys so much for joining me today. I'm glad I'm able to be here and all of that. I will try longer streams in the future and all that. But yeah, thank